So if you're wondering what happened to that was a glitch. That was a glitch with camera. So welcome to a new video, and on this video we're going to talk about, is Bitcoin the new gold? So to come to any conclusion about this, we're going to have to ask ourselves a couple of questions, like what types are there? Can we make that ourselves? What's the use cases? Why is it valuable? Is this just a hype? And can we trade it, sell it, or show it off? Now, for the first comparison, we're going to ask ourselves, are there different ones? And the question is yes and no for both of them. So there are different. So we're going to start with gold. So there are different types of gold, but there are only one gold. As for Bitcoin, there is also only one Bitcoin, although there are more crypto coins. As for the gold, there are different levels of quality or purity. Gold purity is expressed in carats, and 24 carats being the most pure, and also the one we are going to use for this comparison. As for Bitcoin, Bitcoin is a crypto coin. There are lots of different crypto coins, but there are two main groups. So there's like the coins, and there are the altcoins. And for coins, we have Bitcoin, of course, Ethereum, Tether, Binance Coin, Cardano, and for the altcoins, or alternative coins or altcoins, we have the most known one, or the one that Elon Musk loves so much, Dogecoin, but others are Stellar, Litecoin, Monero, and Bitcoin Cash. But everyone accepts that Bitcoin is the most famous and is the primary Bitcoin. And that's the one we are going to talk about, as this is actually the video title, Bitcoin the new gold. So if you're wondering what happened to that was a glitch. That was a glitch with camera. So next question is, can we make it ourselves? So in the case of gold, no one can make gold, so you can only extract it from the earth by mining it. As for Bitcoin, yes and no. You can't make a Bitcoin yourself. You can create a crypto coin, but it's not Bitcoin. Bitcoin have to be calculated or mined. That's what it's called in the crypto world. It's also mined. So for both, there's labor involved to generate the final product. So theoretically, Bitcoin, you can mine it yourself. Although gold, you cannot mine it yourself. You can, but kind of hard. But for Bitcoin, you can actually mine your own coin, but you cannot create it out of nothing because Bitcoin already exists. As we can't make it ourselves, what can we do with it? So as gold we can use usually for bling bling, like yeah, look at me. So it's a physical object and we can show it off, and but it also has other use cases like high-end electronics, space exploration, in the pharmaceutical industry. On the other hand, Bitcoin is not a physical object, so you cannot show it off. The main use for Bitcoin is payment. Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency that you can buy, sell, and exchange directly without an intermediary like the bank. Okay, so what does that decentralized digital currency thing mean? So decentralized currency, or peer-to-peer money, is a digital currency. It's a bank-free method of transferring wealth or ownership of whatever that is, the commodity, without needing a third party. So most centralized and some decentralized markets use a fiat currency, or physical money issued by the central bank, like the dollar and the euro. With crypto, you can send it directly to whoever you want, anywhere in the world, for wherever you want and whenever you want. You are in charge of that asset and you can make the transfer yourself. And this is one of the reasons that crypto has value. There are also other reasons why gold and Bitcoin are alike, and that adds to the fact that people perceive it as having value. Gold is valuable in a funny way, as gold is a metal that is abundantly enough, but rare enough that no one can find it, and yeah, so you cannot find it in your backyard, so it's kind of scarce because you have to mine for it. Gold doesn't corrode, seems as a substantial storage or value, and we have a physical and emotional draw to it, like the bling bling. Society and economy has placed a value on gold, thus perpetuating its worth, so keeping it valuable. So long you think it's valuable, it's going to keep being valuable. Likewise, Bitcoin is perceived as valuable because it's also scarce. Yeah, there's not an infinite amount of it, so we are mining it, but there will be a definite end to the mining. It's never had been hacked, and its code has been safe until now, and it has also the function of helping in transactions of money, and thereby it's all super safe without Big Brother watching you. So don't get it wrong. So every transaction can be traced because it is in the code, but it is kind of semi-anonymous thing. So, but we're not going to get into that. That's a whole different story. So now that we know all this, the next question is, what the value? Would it increase the value? Is a good investment? Is it a good investment, or is it just a bubble? Now, if you take Bitcoin, we could say that we are in the Bitcoin rush, but rightly so, as the price of Bitcoin has been going up and up since the start of the existence of Bitcoin itself. The same thing happened to gold between 1948 and 1952, the so-called gold rush. Both seem to like a good investment at the moment, as your buying power will increase in the long run. So if you bought gold like 4 years ago, it would be about $1,280 per ounce. You would have made a profit of 45%, as gold stands now between $1,865 and $1,870 per ounce. This is more than the yearly inflation, so it is good. So it's not great, but it's pretty good. On the other hand, if you bought Bitcoin like 4 years ago, almost at the all-time high of 16K, yeah, you would have made like 300% profit. Yeah, as Bitcoin stands now between $60,000 and $64,000 for one single coin. As for the million-dollar question, is it going to keep going up and up? The only sensible answer to that is saying possibly yes, but mostly yes. As you can see, that large-scale investors, companies, even countries are buying Bitcoin and seeing as a valuable and valid way of transferring money, and that way it's going to make it increase in value and stay valuable and interesting. So if you want to buy or trade gold or Bitcoin, so for Bitcoin I use CoinMarketCap, and we're going to show you just in a little bit where my Bitcoin is, what the value of what I have is at this moment. As for gold, you can buy different types of ETFs. So some ETFs are physical gold, some ETFs are in companies that mine gold. So you have to take it. So it is an advanced plus. It's kind of for an advanced person, but so if you buy ETF, but yeah, it is. You can just buy it as well. So in the link below, there will be also a link. So if you want to trade or just buy Bitcoin and hold, like I do, there's a link below to Binance, and you can check that out. So, okay, so as like always, we are going to go into my ROBOFOREX and see what my AIPOLLO is doing, and also what the Bitcoin has been up to. So we're gonna switch to the computer, and we're gonna come back in just a bit. So I just got in here, so I'm gonna log in to ROBOFOREX, but before that we can go and check out the AIPOLLO. So AIPOLLO, so this last 2 weeks was good. As you know, the 2 or 3 weeks ago we had a little, there was a little bummer, but hey, that happens. So even then, everything, if you started from the beginning, so in the long run, everything is still a plus. So last week, it did a 4.2%, Mr. Guts. Everything else was also in the plus. So Mr. Eck did nothing, so that's also good. So 0 is not minus, so that's positive. So Mr. Joak did at low 0.32%. Mr. Guts did 4.3, so that was very good. Mr. Carey just under 1%, and Mr. Gold did 1%. So on this week everything looks pretty nice. Mr. Eck did 0.3%, Mr. Joak 1.6%, Mr. Guts did a whopping 5.6%. Very glad because I'm in a loss, so I want to hopefully get. I think I'm almost at the break-even point now. Again, so Mr. Carey is at 0.8%, so also very good, and Mr. Gold did really good, like with 3.8%. So that is really good. So let's see what that actually looks like. So I am going to log in. So for the login, I'm going to pause just a little bit and then we'll come back. Okay, so we logged in into ROBOFOREX, and I'm going to go to my account history, and let's see. So this week, so is this set for this week? Yes, so it's set for this week. So this week we had 14 trades, as we can see here, so quite a nice list, and we had a profit of 302 euros, so that's really good. So last week, so let me see if I go to the 14th and then the 7th and update. So last week it did 217 euro 19 with 12 trades, so also quite a significant amount. So if we go and check out the open positions, at this moment there are no open positions. That's usually quite normal, especially at the end of the week. And the total balance at this moment is 5,676 euro. I need to get like 350 more to get to the break even of 6,000. But hey, okay. So I'm going to log into Binance and I'm going to check out what Bitcoin has been up to this couple of weeks. Okay, I just logged in into Binance. So we're gonna go to all wallet and overview, and we can see that I'm just under 10k, so 9.96. So that's pretty good. And we can see, so if I go here, there we are. So Bitcoin at this moment is at 59k. Let me see if I go here, and there's Bitcoin. Let me press on that, and we're gonna go to USDT. No, that was not what I wanted. Just a moment. This is what I wanted. Let's go to CoinMarketCap, and we can see the last 7 days. Yeah, how it looked. So we're lower than we were like last week with the 66, but we are still in the normal range, so still in the 60k, so that's pretty good. If we go to a month, we are on the low end of the month, but if we go to the year, we still have an almost double from the beginning. So that we are just at the beginning of the year at this time we were at like around 30k, and we are now at 60k, so we doubled in 1 year, so that's pretty good. Okay, so hopefully you guys like the information about gold and Bitcoin. So if you did, the like button would be very helpful for me. And if you want me to make other content on something like this, in the comments you can leave an idea, always welcome, and I will keep doing that. And if you want to see more and you don't want to miss them, press the notification bell so to subscribe so that you don't miss my next one. Okay, see you in the next video. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only.